Today inspecting this 1991 Nissan Figaro for you. I don't even know where to start from. You know, obviously, as you can see, visually it looks good, right? But obviously, he had just a visual respray, not on a door shut. There is several dings. There's dings on the panels on above doors. Much more on a right side of the vehicle when you're looking from the side. There are various imperfections. All the exterior trim starting to showing its age, cracking. Oil sprays on some trims. Oil sprays in the door shut areas. Some very fine surface corrosions on both sides, and some corrosion from the roof sections. Some corrosion age. Also, it's been fully resprayed. All these areas has excessive filler used. Part of the seal has been cut and re-welded. Some seal sections are bent. There are also some very suspicious areas where it's been covered over with their compound, and when you pull it off, it can be a bit of a disaster. As here, had a dodgy repair. He's got repairs, as you can see, from welding, spot welding, possible accident damage. These corners here, both sides, corrosion developing. We'll give you. You'll see all these examples. You can find all the imperfections everywhere, and you will expect that. Here is a problem. As you can see, they've been doing something. They put fiberglass, their compound, underneath to protect the corrosion in several areas. Here's would need welding. I took some pictures as much as I can. This shock absorber section, as you can see, there's a hole and fiberglass compound just to hide it on this section, and this collar heavily corroded. In arch sections, surface corrosion is developing, not to extent where affects integrity. These are plastic wings. Both springs are corroded. They're not the same. So this one, it looks like it's broken, but it's not broken. So they fitted the springs on the new shocks. This is left-hand drive conversion from right to left. Where do we go further? Radiator starting to oxidize the bottom section. Radiator bottom section is not secured. There's water in a radiator. It needs the coolant, the antifreeze. All three belts cracked. Advised the timing belt being replaced. Alternator charging fault in a full load. From the oil pressure switch, oil starts coming out. When it gets hot, idle speed control valve, it keeps cutting out. We're gonna go now for the road test. All four tires, sidewalls are cracked. Trims, fair condition. Floor, that section there, sort of corrosion developing. on the floors, that on the side, as much I can say, can't pull lift all the carpet up, but there is evidence of some light surface corrosion. There has been some welding done as well to the floor, this side, on that side. As I said, where the seals are bent, so that's probably incorrectly jacked up vehicle before. Yes, visually it looks fine. I will leave you to decide if this vehicle will be suitable for you. Otherwise, it's in a usable condition. But obviously, in the future, we'll need probably significant investment for the bodywork. Depends what you and how to what condition you want to get to, as it would require welding in several areas. They're not significant, but I mean, welding is just starting to cut into structural areas, you know. You will see the overall respray, I would say, is average, you know. Yeah, everything else that I added in the report, and any drivability issues I will report in a summary for you. There's also a chip on this side here. Any chip repair, or at some point if it can go, would need windscreen. Regards to the documentation, as it's an import car, the correct engine number is not on a documentation, but this engine number is matching the engine number on a block, so that is fine. Yeah, all the seat belt is not retracting properly. They're slow. It's got off the market heated seats fitted. That rear screen heater doesn't work. Heated seats do work. Yeah. Thanks for using this. Basically, on a road test, vehicle drove and performed in satisfactory manner. He's pulling to the left. He's got a horrible rattle. I think there's a bracket which is missing, hitting exhaust. It feels like a nails in a bag. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, like I mentioned, everything you're going to start touching, there will be cable ties on a Gators, on a CV Gators. The clips missing on a steering rack boot gator. You know, corrosion on brake lines, cracked panels, needs cleaning the interior, stains on interior. Again, previous repair marks, surface corrosion imperfections, overspray marks. Yeah, but visually it looks fine, you know. It is more likely a project car, in my opinion. I mean, like I said, in usable condition, but I can't mention everything because there's imperfections on everywhere, you know. It's just what is 33-year-old, 31-year-old car, you know, so I wouldn't expect anything more or less on this vehicle. And yeah, it would need some repairs on the bodywork and anywhere else, whatever else you would sort of desire, you know. Thanks for using this. But taking into consideration normal inspection, normal car, as this is old vehicle, but adding context, it's not ready for sale, in my opinion, you know.